Joining me now is Father Robert Hagan. We're at Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts, and we are just here before an event to celebrate Pope Leo XIV. Father Rob here is the Prior Provincial of the Augustinian province of St. Thomas of Villanova, which means he's the leader of the Augustinian order here on the East Coast in the U.S. Welcome, Father Rob.
Nice to be with you.
Great to be with you. So you were ordained a priest in 2003. So when did you first meet Pope Leo, who I assume was perhaps Father Robert Prevost at the time?
He was Father Bob. And for those of us in the order, he was Bob. And when you enter the order, you're in what they call formation. And that's kind of the early period where you're learning about Augustine, learning about the vows and the life. And when I entered, then Father Bob already had the leadership position in our order as the provincial of the Midwest province, of our Mother of Good Counsel province, which is where my novitiate was located in Racine, Wisconsin. So I got to know him there. And not long after that, he was elected to Prior General of the order. And so I knew him as kind of the Pope of our order, if you will, at that time. He was kind of already in a leadership position, but he couldn't have been more down to earth. He was always interested in what you were doing. He has a background in canon law. I had a background in civil law. He was always interested in maybe what led me to becoming an Augustinian. And so from early on, I met someone who was humble, who wasn't, didn't big time you because he had a big title or a big job. It was very relatable and friendly.
Yeah, and you mentioned Prior General, and that's the head of all Augustinians in the world, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So we're, in over 40 countries. Pope Leo speaks, I think, over 6 languages.
Wow.
And so in a real way, he was kind of the Pope for us, going around the world, helping build bridges, build relationships, and helping us strengthen our Augustinian charism all around the world.
Totally. Okay, so what is it like to have the Pope as your friend?
Oh my gosh. It's surreal. You have to kind of pinch yourself sometimes, when he stepped out on that balcony and they called, Roberto Francisco Prevost, and you said, that's our brother, And we're just so honored. We're proud. We were all surprised because I think, like many of us, we knew that he was gifted, but that they may not, the Conclave, for whatever reason, might not pick an American. We've never had an American Pope. And so to see someone that we know to be so faith-filled, so humble, so smart, such a clear communicator, assume this role as Holy Father for all of us, we know that the world has been blessed by the man that we knew as our brother Bob, now Pope Leo XIV.
Absolutely. And speaking of his first appearance on that balcony at St. Peter's, he did mention that he's a son of Augustine.
Yeah.
So what do you think he meant by that?
That's a really good question, because for Augustinians, that means a lot. To be a son of Augustine means to recognize that we all have restless hearts. To understand that our restlessness is really only satisfied through relationship with God. To be an Augustinian means to have a heart on fire, to be a person that wants to serve others, to be a peacemaker. Augustine believed that we can find God through friendship, through relationship. And so these are the qualities, these are the values that would have been ingrained in young Bob when he was in formation as an Augustinian, and then as a priest, and then ultimately as a cardinal, and now as our Good Shepherd and Holy Father, to take those Augustinian values that are really universal ways for us to become closer to God and to one another.
Yes. So you probably know that the Latin for Pope is Pontifex Maximus, which means greatest bridge builder.
Yeah.
So how have you seen Pope Leo XIV be this amazing bridge builder in his first year?
And thank you for that question. I mean, you don't have to read the news or be on the internet very long, or to live life in these times to understand that the world is a little bit divided. Our country is a little divided. People are anxious, afraid, at odds. The world needs bridge builders. The world needs peacemakers. If you look at Pope Leo in his first year, it's really what he's done. to reach out to the poor, to reach out to people of other faiths, to reach out to the youth, to reach out to people who are disenfranchised, to people who may not feel like they are heard or have a voice. And so I think just even in this first year, we've seen Pope Leo go to other countries like Lebanon and Africa, and to reach out to people who might not feel like they're invited to the table, and to understand and remember that we're all one body of Christ, that everyone matters, that everyone belongs.
Absolutely. And we can never hear that message too often. So it is a joy when I hear him talk about that.
Me too.
So Father Rob, thank you so much